I'm live. Good evening and a very warm welcome. I was just posting the YouTube link onto my page, just so everybody could see me if you aren't on Facebook, because Facebook isn't notifying me all the time or notifying me of people when they go live. So hopefully that will ensure that people in the group can see that I'm live. Let me just pop it into our group as well. Oh my goodness, 32.8k people in the group. Bonkers. Right, let's make sure. Yep, that's been published as well. So good evening, everybody. Hope you are all very well this evening. I'm here again in my shorts. It is very warm. Oh, this studio does get really, really warm. I think it's all the lights, to be fair. I've turned off the overhead light for tonight. If I need it, I'll switch it on, but I don't think I will. But tonight is all about TV, what's coming up. We've got demo night tonight as well. We've got release on Monday. We've got a deal for the weekend, obviously, as some of you know already, because you have been shopping, which is something we're going to continue to do. So lots to get through tonight. But as always, I say hello to you, don't I? Some love it, some hate it, but go grab a coffee or a glass of wine if you don't want to hear the chit chat, and then come back in 5-10 minutes and we will crack on. We got Spellbinders tonight. We've got Lisa Horton Crafts tonight. We've got inking tonight. We've got stenciling tonight. We've got a lot going on. So all good stuff. So let's go right to the beginning of the chat and say hi to Laurie Geetman. Hi to Kathy Glaze from Florida. It's 92 degrees. Wow. Hi, Melanie Jacinta Smith. Good afternoon, Melanie. Are you UK? I want to say you might not be, but I think you might be. Kate Willie, QQ. Out of 10, how good were Imagine Dragons, Lisa? I hope you let your hair down and enjoyed every minute. I love my music. Oh, well, I will tell you, it's the second time we've seen them because they are my most favouriteest band on the planet, and Lily loves them too. So it's quite rocky. It's not heavy like the one I had to see last time, which was called Ghost. These are they're a really cool band. I love their ethics. I love everything about them, and they put on a really good show. So we had an absolute ball, me and Lily. So what we did, because as you know, we don't go on holidays. We haven't had a holiday for 7 years at least, and that wasn't even really a holiday. We went away with my mum and dad and my brother and his wife and family, so it wasn't really kind of a relaxing holiday as such. So I haven't been on a holiday for I don't know how long. But me and Lily always, Daddy likes to go and take photographs, and me and Lily like to go to theatre and what have you. So what we decided to do, because it was in Tottenham, which was not the nicest place in London to be at night, we thought we'd stay over. So we stayed at Liverpool Street, and we stayed in a beautiful hotel. And yeah, so we booked a hotel, got the underground over to Tottenham, went to see the concert, and then came back to Liverpool Street, and it was absolutely glorious. Got up and had rooftop breakfast, and yeah, made our way home. So we had an absolutely lovely time. Thank you very much. Hi, Karen Keane. Hi, Jill Ball. Hi, Seal Nocella. Hi, Julia Whedon. Hi, Jan Harris. Debbie Blue. Let's have a look here. Carol By, Lorraine Gower, Nan Campbell, Jean Rowland. That's Nancy Johnson from Ohio, Northeast Ohio, of course, and Emma Woods. Good evening, Fedugina. Welcome. Lovely to have your company tonight. Lovely. Otter Lady, QQ. No, it's not from Otter Lady. This is from Katie. QQ. I've got 6 cards to make on Sunday. Help and overthinking. What kind of cards you got to make? Birthday cards. What kind of cards? Sympathy cards, anniversary cards. Tell me what cards, and I'll see if I can help, because we're doing a demo tonight, and it might help. Hi, Angela Naylor, Lynn F. Oh, it might be a quick visit as she's got her daughter coming. So we'll try and keep it short and get into Spellbinders quickly. Kate Wally, Catherine Parsons, Andrea Withington, Valerie Cartwright, Sandra Cowie, Mary Addison, Sheena Hoolin, Patricia Nat Tabana. Hope everything goes well. I'm celebrating my birthday on the North Sea beach. How wonderful. Hi, Rebecca. The retreat next month. Yes. So we'll talk a bit about the retreat as well. Zoe Kane, Bob. Do they still use, who's that? There's no name. Do they still make the leafy flourish embossing folder? Yes, but it will be a reorder because it is out of stock at the moment. And I think I said the last week or the week before that once we got stock takeover and we see what we need and how many people are asking for things is whether we'll order it. Now Rebecca compiled a list for us, and actually you didn't ask for a lot. I mean, you didn't ask for a lot, but I don't know if it's because she popped the notify when back in stock button is on. Maybe it could be that. And Kate Willie wants to know how to declutter a craft room. I can't bear to throw anything out. Oh, dearie me. That's a tough one. That is a tough one. Hello, Evelyn Hosey, and hello, Maura Keller from California. Hello, Lynn Morga, Sally Ann Merriott, Sheila Empson, Deborah Dudman. Good evening. Hello, Rebecca Perry, Tina Knight. Let's have a look. Helen McLaughlin, Julie Green, Gloria Davis from Apollo Beach in Florida. Oh, very nice though, very nice. We can see you and hear you loud and clear. That's what I've got to. Please make sure you like and share tonight because we will be talking all things Spellbinders. We're talking release dates. We will be talking lots of stuff. Let's have a look as well. Keep going. Hello from Kathy Kerr from Ontario in Canada. Welcome. Melanie is from Hampshire. I couldn't remember if you were like really close or really far. You were one of the two. Well, Fedugina is sitting in Cafe Del Mar and eating apple strudel. Fedugina, that sounds really nice. Hello, Crafty Becky. Lovely to have you here. Hayley Johnson. Oh, I've been busy the last few weeks. Excited for tonight. Oh, good to have you here. Now, Marion Allen's got wine and trying to cook a curry. Well, that's going to be a strong curry then, isn't it, if you're on the wine? Carol Wheeler's doing her lasagna while the chit chat's on, and Karen and I, you've been doing some lovely cards, Karen. Don Hibbard, lovely to see you here, Don. Well, it's Mrs. Don, isn't it? Or is it Mr. Don? Can't remember. I think it's Mrs. Don. Jane Hull, I was able to get a couple of hours in my craft room this afternoon. Oh my God, the anthracite, it is lovely, but it goes everywhere. Got it on my card blanks, my fingers, it's everywhere. I think I said this before, didn't I? It is one of those inks. It is a delight and it is a peril at the same time. It really is, but it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I might bring that into my demo tonight. I'll get that out, actually, see if it works. Got an idea for tonight. Nicola Burns, good evening. Good evening. Hello, Nina Dees Hansen from Norway. Very warm welcome to you. And thank you, Sandy. And hello, Jo Firth Young. Lovely to have you here as well. Lisa Jenkins. Oh my goodness, there's loads of you here. 206 here already. Wow. Samantha Cook. Cheryl Abernathy, lovely to have you here. Cheryl's always live on a Monday at 7, and that's going to be great. I don't know what Cheryl's doing, but I will be on TV on 1, 3 and 5 on Monday, and then Cheryl will be live at 7 p.m. as well. So you've got a lot of us on Monday. Gloria Davies just got my metallic re-inkers. Go Inky Stamper. Now, Inky Stamper, actually, she did a live... was it Tuesday? Might have been Tuesday, using the beaded diamonds. Get out of here is what she said a lot. Get out of here. So yes, they were great. Hi, Linda Baisley, and thank you, Lisa Jenkins. That's really kind of you. Thank you. And Trudy A-Lot. Right, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to crack on now because I know some of you got to go, some of you cooking dinner. So I'm going to flick you to the overhead in a moment. But we're talking first things first. We'll talk all things Spellbinders. So let's talk about what is coming up. Now, Monday is the 4th of August. Yes, Lisa, you probably know that. However, it is launch day for Spellbinders. So you'll find your retailers around the world should be able to get their hands on these. So you might order from Bennett Into Crafts, or you might order from me directly, you might order from scrapbook.com, or you might order from Simon Says, or wherever you may order from. Be aware that launch day is the same for everybody. It is the way it works, and it's just for being fair to everybody. So let me go through what there is, and that's why we're launching on TV on the Monday as well. So literally, you can get it from TV, you can get it from your stores, you can order, whatever you need to do, you can do as of Monday. So what we have done is we have popped it on our website, and it says it is sold out. It is not sold out. It is not sold out. I have it here. What that does is allow you to click the notify when in stock button. Now let me change the QR code for you to, oh no, Friday Night Live. If you click on the Friday Night Live, or scan the QR code for Friday Night Live, what I would suggest is, if it doesn't come up straight away at the top with all the Spellbinders stuff, set your search for new to old, and all the Spellbinders stuff will come up first. Or you can go and type in the search engine, in the search bar in the website, Spellbinders Christmas, and it will bring all the Christmas products up for you as well. Okay, so you're not going to miss anything. Lorraine Gow, I've been tidying my craft room today and didn't realise how much of your goods I have, Lisa. I can't afford to buy anything else. I was supposed to be having a clear credit card for the retreat. Not happening. Are we able to buy now? Right. Sorry, I think I've just covered that. We might have crossed our comments there. I will repeat that again. Oh, I've answered you. My favourite things are from Lisa. That's really kind of you, Lisa Jenkins. Okay, right. So basically, click that notify button. You will get an email Sunday night, Monday morning, and it will say, come buy me. And then you can buy them individually on our website, or you can buy them in the bundle. It's entirely up to you. You can get what you want. But the beautiful thing about this is tonight I can show you everything individually. I've got samples here to show you as well. I did show you some samples, but I've got more samples as well. The team have been phenomenal, and have been kind enough to start sharing for me. Now, I'm going to start, I'm going to get them in order, then I'll flick you to the overhead, okay? So let's turn you to camera 4, and let's get into this. So I turned the overhead off because it was giving me a glare on the screen. So the first one is Christmas. Funny that. And what you get is you get the 3 layers in the die, and then all of these are stamps with a die. So if I turn this over, you can see here now you get the lovely Christmas, and then the larger one, and then you get the smaller Shine Bright This Christmas, Send a Love This Christmas, Have a Joyful Christmas, Have a Happy Christmas, sending you Christmas greetings, or just Christmas greetings. Christmas is coming, holly jolly Christmas, Christmas blessings. What I love about this is you get the die, cuts it all out, including the larger one. Now, one thing about this, let me bring that one, is you get the Merry as well. And the beautiful thing is you get the large Merry as well. So when we turn these around, you can use the Merry Christmas because they're the same size. So everything works together. And this is what I love about my relationship with Spellbinders. We're really trying to bring you a collection. Okay, so hi Rose Griffin. There's lots of you here tonight. There is lots of you. Please make sure you share as well, obviously, because I want everyone to see what's coming out. So you've got your Merry, you've got your Christmas, you've got your 2 matte layers. You've got all your sentiments here to cut your bits out here. You've got your sentiments to cut your dies to cut your bits out here. So that's the 2. You will use these a lot. I have found these have been the most useful little dies ever. Look, just a little card, tiny little card. Let me just show you that. Tiny little card. So cute. Love this. Just love this. All of these, Love them as well. So you're going to have such great fun with this, I think. Let's do another one. Look, eat, drink, and be merry. So lovely. So lovely. Okay. The Christmas, doesn't it look like a key? I thought that I think you could get away like some of your mixed media stuff with that. Put a little hole in the top here, or actually, you know, round where that little bit is, where it cuts that bit out there. You could shape that, and that could be your keyhole, couldn't it? Oh, Susan Goodrow, I'm excited about the new Spellbinders. Excited Notions will have these. We'll have these. Yee. That's really good news. I think these are going to be super popular. I think it's a great collection. I actually think this is even better than what we did last year, I have to say. Now, I didn't show you the packaging for any of these, did I? So this is, oh my goodness, I love this. I love this. I love this. Now, you know I love a scalloped edge, but you know I like to mix it with my plain bits. But what we've done is we've made sure all of these dies fit previous collections. So if we had a panel in the previous collection, it will fit with this. Everything will always continue to work as a proper collection, you know, so you're never going to be left with things that don't mix and match. So we've got here our bow, and we've got our top for our bow, so it's a layering bow here, and then we've got our bell. I really wanted to do the bell. We've got our bell, and we've got kind of our circle that sits underneath the bell, and then we've got the top that goes on the bell. You've got your top that goes up here. Christmas ornaments, or you can use it as a swag. Loads of ways of using this. So lovely. Hi Dorothy, lovely to have you here. I love that the sentiment will go excellent with last year's set. Absolutely. So all of these little bits here, definitely mix and match them. So this, I love that. Love that. Okay. Maddie Humbles, I've shared with Jason. Where is Jason tonight? I haven't seen him. And then Rob saying through the keyhole. Do you remember that, Rob? Do you remember that? I certainly do. Goodness me. So now you've seen this, and then you'll see why we've got the next set. Okay. Love that. Oh. Well, you know when you go, that's my favourite. Well, I'm always doing that, aren't I? That's my favourite. No, that's my favourite. I love, oh, I don't know what I love. How big is the scallop set? I will measure them. I'll go through all of them, Katie, and then I'll measure them all for you so you can see exactly how big everything is. Honestly, it's so good. I tell you what I am going to do. Well, you look at that for just a moment. I did honestly forget to share the live from Facebook into the group. That was really silly of me. Apologies. Bear with me. Just bear with me while I do that. Oh, come on. Share. Oh my God, it's already had 559 views. It's great. Hang on. Right, crafting with Lisa Horton. Sorry, I meant to do that before. There we go. Before I went live. No, as I went live. So these two are not two, actually, they're three. So you get your diagonal lines, you get your straight lines, you get the piece that cuts the outside edge, but you can cut into your card with these, and I will show you that. I've got 3 hours on TV as well, which is great, 1, 3 and 5. But you get the frame, which works with this as well. So everything is going to be just brilliant. Okay. So that's those. So you get those two. This is if you get the bundle. Okay. And then, oh. Hello, Dawn from New Jersey. Lovely to have your company. And Jason's credit card is crying already. Tracy Costello is like a child in a sweatshop. Jimmy, the sweet shop. I hope it's not like a child in the sweatshop. Isn't that font lovely? I just love it. I just love it. So Beverly Holden, right? You just say 24 Fridays until Christmas. I'm going to be doing a series of videos about 24 weeks till Christmas. So we're going to have something every week about Christmas. But Can't tell you what it is yet. Anyway, so your little birdies. Oh, these are just so good. These are so good. Right, okay, I'm getting a little bit overexcited. So you get your two birdies, okay, look at them. You get left and right birdie. I won't call them, but they are birdies, aren't they? And they come on one, okay, so you get your left and your right. Now this piece in here kind of embosses or gives you a little line, which means when you cut your little wings out, you know exactly where to put your wings. You're going to get your snowy bits. You get like this, here you go, like it's almost like it's literally a rectangle, but I wanted it because it looks like a chimney, but I didn't want it to be marked because I thought you might want to use your embossing folders with it, or you might want to use a stencil with it. And then here, so you get your, so I'm really, if you see me now, look, I'm really leaning. I'm right leaning in. I'm having a great time. So here you get your hat. And this little one here, let me get my ear. What's that all about, Lisa? A Mary Lynn Lampard. I really don't need any more Christmas dies. I have so many, but I just can't resist this collection. These little birds are so adorable. Honestly, they are. Beans on toast. Here we come. So here you've got your hat, and then you've got your little bit to go on the bottom of your hat, and you've got your little bit to go here. This is his little ear thing. If you want to give him an ear muff, you give him an ear muff. You don't have to. Now these are his little feet. Now be aware they are diddy little feet. You don't have to even put his feet on. I've done some samples where I've just put his body on, you know, on the branch. Just honestly, use them, don't use them. It's entirely up to you. Little beaks, but it all cuts out together, so it's great. These, I might have to find my sample. I don't think I've got it here, but these are little green leaves. So you can either have a naked branch for the winter, and then put your snowy bits on top, yeah? Or you can put your little leaves on individually, should you want to, all right? And then here, these are like a flower. Can you see that? Let me just see, there's like a flower there, right? So they're little buds. And then this one, if you want to, oh, sorry about the glare. There we are. These little ones can sit in the middle there, should you want them to, but they make little flowers. So if you want to make that a summer branch or a spring bouquet, you absolutely can. And then they can have little spring flowers all the way around them. And then you get the little booties. So you don't have to cut them twice. You can have a booty one and booty two. And then you've got these pieces here, which are for his scarf or her scarf. So you can make them little scarves if you want to. Sorry, my light is really bad there. Let me see if I can do that. So you've got the little scarf here. You can make the scarf, okay? Sorry, that is a bit dark, apologies. But you might see here, you've got the little flowers up here. So they are very, very cute. Very cute. And it's something that Spellbinders and I try and do. Just make sure that you've got options with these things, so they're not kind of a one-trick pony. If you took that away and took the hat away, that could be for any time of the year. Now, what I will tell you is these birds, the hole cuts out, right? So it cuts out and you think, oh, how am I going to fit an eye in there? What am I going to put in there? These two circles you put behind the eye, right? So you put it on the back. And that will make the eye, so you cut these in red maybe, cut those in black, and you put them on the back of your die cut. And it gives you the eye popping through. Rob says, do you have a snowy type medium? Well, there's a couple of options. Let me just see if I can reach it. We have the Dazzle Paste. So we have the Dazzle Paste in Fantasy, and we have it in Cracked Ice as well. So you could use those, definitely. Or if you bought the Flash Paste, let me see where the Flash Paste is. I think that's only in a bundle though, but it is a delight. The Flash Paste, you have the Crystal Flash Paste as well. See that? Sorry about my head there. That as well. So you've got lots of options. Okay, but you can, the Dazzle Paste 100% or the Flash Paste. Okay, so that's that. So that's your birdie. And then I have fallen in love with this. You get this one. So now if we go back to this, can you see why it's a collection? Because what we've done here now is give you the ability, we've got lefts and rights of these, and you can now make your swag, your wreath, whatever you want to do. You've got your bow that will sit in the middle. You can put your poinsettias on your wreath, or you can build a corner, loads of options. And then you can have your bell. So if you're doing kind of your something maybe like a hanging, you can put your bell in the middle here. So lovely, so amazing. Absolutely love these. You guys are really quiet, you know, and I know why, because you're literally watching everything I'm doing, which is great. Now the next one is your stars. Again, nested until you get down to the little tiny ones, because the little tiny ones can't get the good stitching. So I took the stitching out of these two. So now we can use this as a stencil. We can use this, cut these out a few times, cut them out to go behind your scenes, cut that one and that one, make yourself a frame, put some acetate behind it, put the birdie inside. There are just, honestly, there is so much you can do. So that's your stars. And then we've added, the first time we've done this, we've added a stencil, well, two stencils. I'll show you here. Look, you can do. So let's open these. I really wanted to do these. So you get all your pieces for your stencil. Okay. They've even got little registration marks in the corner so you can line things up. And then you've got these pieces that come out. You can pop these out. They've been held in with little pips. And then you've got, this is the one I wanted, seriously, to give you a background as well, so you can get all your little scenes. Now that's where I would say, Rob, this is where I'd look at the dazzle paste as well as the flash paste, because you could have either or, but you could have like the gold or the honeycomb in the background as a stencil. You could have the snowy paste on top. You can do so many different things. You really can. And then you know I love a little aperture, you know, like a bit of inking. So this one, you get your 4 stencils in here. Look at that, 4. Works perfectly. Okay. And there we go. So just beautiful. And then pop that in like so. So that is the Spellbinders launch. Isn't it such a useful stencil, Valerie? I love it. I love it. Right, so I'm going to show you the samples from the DT now, Evelyn. Honestly, I think you're going to love them. Genuine. I did show some last week, but I'm going to show everything. I'm going to show everything I've got, because you know when you get to TV, it's when you're in demo time, you just, and especially I'll be making, you just don't get to see so many samples. Because it's a smaller studio and there's not enough room to put everything out. So let's start here. Move these. That's the stencil, which has just been run through your die cutting machine. So now look, the little pieces there, which are your snowy bits, you can use those. And if you've got some glitter, absolutely use your glitter. And then honestly, there's so much choice here. I will have to leave them all facing up. And then this teams up with our earlier release. This uses our fundamentals. And look here. See what I mean here about the ability to make a wreath? What you could do with this as well. I want to show you the packaging for this one. I'm very excited by this. Can you tell? So when you look at the foliage on this one, it's a really great size. But can you see here, you've got your 2 holly, and then you've got these pieces and these pieces. You get half holly to put over the top. Can you see that? So you give yourself dimension, all right? This leaf has got your two halves and they put it over the top so you can create dimension as well. It really is beautiful. Now, again, other than the holly, change up your colours. None of it's Christmas. None of it. Okay, that was what we tried to do. Okay, 200. There's a lot of people tonight. So start thinking about how you're going to be able to use these with different things. Beautiful size. They work on bigger cards and smaller cards. Just stunning. Let's look at this. This is a classic example. So this is this again. Look, that beautiful. If you didn't have that, that would not be Christmas, would it? I mean, obviously it's sparkly. We know that. But how beautiful. And in the background, look at that. Look at that. That is that die, which is here. Isn't it? It's going to be a hard choice, isn't it? What are you putting on the group page, Katie? Just be careful, depending on what it is. It's not, as long as it's not a link to another shop, that's absolutely fine. And there, look, you've got the Merry, and that's been, it's just so pretty, so pretty. And then, look, and this is what I mean about the paste. So you can use the paste. This is Dazzle paste. I'm going to be in so so in trouble with my husband. I promised I wouldn't make a purchase for a while, but I don't think I'll be able to restrain. And again, look, there you go. Look at that. That's the honeycomb. But isn't that beautiful? Just so lovely, so lovely. And then, again, look. So look at the real robin. How cute is that? So start thinking about getting your white gel pens out. Just get your gel pens out and, you know, kind of, look, he's also got a little black bird, isn't he? And he's got a white hat on. So cute. So cute. Keep going. And another little black bird. That's Mary. Thought it was Mary. Very cute. Look at the little booties. So adorable. And let's pop this down there. Change your colours up. And there we've got the pinks. That is not Christmas, is it? It's not. Hi, Carol G. Isn't that lovely? Isn't that absolutely lovely? And let's come in. Here we go. That's those bells. Aren't they cool? Honestly, those robins, Hayley, are just wonderful. Look at the boots. They are tiny. You've got your ultimate. Use your pick up tool at the end. That's all you need to pick those bits up, or a pair of tweezers. Very cool. All of that whole frame is that. And I did a little bird. There we are. And let's go across here. Again, look at that. Isn't that just outstanding? That could be the cutest baby card. Baby's first Christmas. Look at that. Hello, Lillian Quark. Isn't it lovely? Just lovely. Keep going. I mean, I've got loads. Look, I love this one as well. So using one of our background dies, background embossing folders, and those stars, and that straight here, bonkers good. And again, look, so awesome. Do I need another robin, Lisa? Of course I do. These are smaller robins, so these are smaller than the big fat one you've got already. I made sure that we didn't kind of repeat anything, so you can create a family. These can be the bubbies. And then here we go. I have the best team in the world, don't I? Look at that, diagonal. And it look, even, just so good, so good. Mix it up. Is that Valerie? No, it's Lorraine. Love that, Lorraine. Look at that, very arty. Again, take that off. Boys card. Lovely. Lovely. Sandra. Honestly, you lot are so funny. Just love this as well. And I love that that's got no stitching on it. Cool, 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 cool. Oh, Lillian Quark. I saw a sage green slushy today. A sage green slushy. Don't be doing that. Don't be telling me that. I've been looking at the slushy. It's very tall, isn't it, the slushy? Danny would kill me. But isn't there some discounts on Ninja at the moment? Oh God, don't stop it. Erin is in Bristol and not in Winnipeg. Erin, oh my Erin. Erin came visit me with her lovely husband on a Tuesday. Was it Tuesday, Erin? It was Tuesday, wasn't it? Honestly, Erin used to shop with me when I very first started, and then she moved. She moved to Canada. Well, she moved back home, to be fair to her. And yeah, she came back for a visit and she came to see me. Oh, it was so nice. It was so nice. Right, look at these, the bells. But how wonderful are they? How wonderful. Just love them. Just love them. And these strings are from our last release, last Christmas. Beautiful. Perhaps I could order and have it sent to my sister. Who says that? Hang on a minute. Janet Fellows, perhaps I could have the order sent to my sister's address, and hubby won't know. Danny will help you out. Kathy Kerr wants a slushy machine. Darcy Rubble. Oh, lovely to have you here, Darcy. I saw a demo making cocktails with a slushy. I know. Oh, very nice bells. Thank you. They are lovely bells, aren't they? They are really nice. And then, dang, they're so good. So good. I'm gently reading Rose's comments. Rose, sorry not been making comments, but eating dinner in front of the computer. Hubby's in the other room. So so understanding. You knew I didn't want to miss the show. Oh, he's a keeper. Erin Tabat, do not talk to me about the slushy because it's on my list, and I was really bad. I bought the coffee machine. I already had a coffee machine, but in my defense, Facebook Marketplace is a wonderful place to sell things. So I sold my Breville Sage Barista and bought the Ninja coffee machine. Anyway, that's enough of that. I did it when Danny was away. Well, Lily was my enabler, but I did it when he was away. Oh, now we're back on Ninja. See, don't distract me. And then we've got, look at this again, just beautiful, just absolutely beautiful. See what? Right, this is what I mean. So there's those little leaves. I mean, what's your favourite, everyone? What's your favourite? I can't put my finger on it. This I showed you last week. Now, this in the background, Tina. Yes, it is Tina. I know my team off by heart. I do. See these? Cut them out. Use them like that. How amazing. Just the best. Keep going. Look at my desk. Look at my desk. The green and pink works beautifully together, doesn't it? It really does. I'm sorry there's so many on the desk, but look at that frame, that frame. Jan Harris, I have to say yes, but get the 701 and not the 601. The 601 doesn't do auto tamp and the jug is smaller. I know it's more expensive, but 100%, I'm glad I got the 701 and not the 601. You don't get any mess using the Ninja when you're doing your frothing, and it also purges as well for you, so you haven't got to do any cleaning. Honestly, it's fantastic. I can't begin to tell you. And there you go. Look at that. I love that. Pink again. Pink. Just beautiful. Oh, thanks, Kathy Grimes. All the birdie ones are so cute. And the stars, I mean, the stars are one of my favourite, I have to say. And then, I mean, there's so many. Look, there's just so many. Where do you even... Oh, look at that. Just the white gel pen. Doesn't it make it pop? But back again, the bow and the stars. And that Christmas, you might not want the big Christmas, but that is equally as good. Crafty Becky, the birds are small enough for Christmas tags. They absolutely are. Yeah, Jan, don't be, honestly, it's definitely worth, if you need to wait a bit longer, definitely wait for the 701. Do you know what, Sandra Cowie? I should start a YouTube channel on ninjas. Shouldn't I? I should. Right, Rob, here we go. This is the difference between the flash paste and the dazzle paste. The dazzle paste has got more chunky, glittery bits in it. This is a bit more of the flashy paste because that gives you that smoother finish, yeah? Yeah. Isn't it great? My favourite. That's an impossible thing. Lillian Kwok, absolutely. It just saves me a lot of time. I've got better things to do than cleaning, Lillian. Look, I mean, these are going to be go-tos, 100%. Love that. Love that. Them little stars as well. Again. Just what a fabulous array of cards, giving out a lot of inspiration. Oh, Mary, look what she's done. Stencil. Just using the mask and then doing a little bit of inking around the edge of the stencil. And then, look at that. Clever, clever, clever. Looks like it's behind, but it's just pieces cut. Very clever. Val, that's genius idea. Looks like the stars in jail. And then that little card earlier. Aren't they just gorgeous? It's very close, but the Christmas folder is so versatile. Deborah, I agree with you. And there's a lot in that, I think. There is a lot in that one. So I think that's a really good value for money because you get your left and your rights as well in a lot of it. And I love there's two sizes of the poinsettias. And all of these, you know, there's nothing there that I wouldn't use. There just isn't. It's just lovely. It's just lovely. And the birdies, they are versatile. They're super cute as well. Another one. Just loads. And finally, a bit Japanesey. Look, so there we go. Your little birdies and your little leaves. Now, you might find them fiddly. You don't want to put the leaves on. They're there if you want them. You don't have to use them. But they are very cool. So you've got your little leaves and there you can make your little flowers as well. And just a little bit of inking on the birds. Honestly, they are absolutely delightful. I'm going to bring you back. I don't know. I was like, first of all, I was going that. And then I picked up the stencils and I was like, oh, no, they're very good. And then and in the end, I didn't know. I just didn't know. So these are all the samples. Now, the girls have started to share. Bearing in mind, this was 3 people that did these samples. 4. Lorraine, Valerie, Mary, and Val. And I literally had 2 prototypes. And Tina. I literally had 2 prototypes and I had to split them between all of the girls. So they had bits of everything. So none of them had the entire collection. None of them. So you can see, irrelevant of what they got, and I was like, who wants this bit and who wants that bit? So Tina was like, I'd like the birds, and then Mary said, I'd like this, and then Val would say, well, I don't mind, I'll have whatever's left. And then it was, in the end, it was crazy. Honestly, they did an absolute brilliant job. So just very quickly, let's go through the packaging once more. Oh, thanks, Fedugina. You like my t-shirt? One day at a time. Absolutely. Absolutely. So let's see what we've got. Let's start here. So we've got your your 3 dies, which give you your frames. Turn that back. Oops, bring that like that. And then we've got our elements with the bell. Okay. And then we've got our stars. So straight away for me, that's just that in itself gives you so much opportunity, just so much opportunity. We've then got our foliage. I'll just keep going because it's just all good. We've then got our beautiful stencils, which I've put in the packet wrong, but there we go. That's your stencils. You've got your beautiful, there's loads of comments I'm missing. Loads. Apologies. Is anyone else getting adverts over the comments, please? Oh, no, nothing to do with me, guys. I'm going to measure them all in a minute. Are the biggest dies USA A2? I'll just check in just one sec, Rebecca, and then you get your Merry and your Christmas. Okay, turn this over. Right, let's measure these. Do the stripes fit inside? Let me just show you. Let me show you. So let's open this one. I mean, I've got to open it because I need these for TV. These are mine. So let's show you exactly. And I can measure them at the same time. Let's bring these out. Kate Willie, you asked for a size of something as well. Which was it you asked for? There we go. Bring that one out. And let's get this one as well. Isn't it, Valerie? Do you know what? I hadn't seen it either. This is the first time I've seen it properly. It's bonkers. Right, move them out of the way. So now let's take this one off. Pop that down. And let's bring this one. And then that one. Look at that. Sits inside. I mean, you couldn't get it all perfect, could you? And then move that one away. And then you can bring that one like so. Or you can bring that one and cut them out like so, and then pop it in there. Obviously that one's the same, so I'm not going to take them both off. And then these ones, I won't go all the way down, but of course, let me bring that out of the way. That one is almost the same as that one if you want to layer it up, but you might buy one set and not the other set, so you know. And then we have the nest that goes in, so that one is still going to fit inside that one, so it all works together. The largest I'm going to get in the muddle now. Wait a minute, let me put them back in the right place. That one, this one goes over here, doesn't it? So let's give you the largest measurement, Rebecca, and others who asked. So we've got 5 inches by 4 inches. So it will go on your 5.5 by 4 1/4, definitely. So yeah, they'll fit on A2. And then that one, the next one down, is 3.5 by 4.5. So all beautifully sized. Let's turn those around. Let's see what else I can measure for you. My design team is incredible. It was the stripes, bows and bells. Right, okay. So the stripe actually measures 4 inches, just over 4 inches by just over 3 inches. So 4 by 3, and then you've got this one, which I just told you, which was 5 by 4, I think. Yeah, 5 by 4-ish. Okay, so I'll put that one back. Your bells measure, your bell measures, it's about 1 inch. yeah, about an inch and a bit. And then your bow is 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches. So they're all really good sizes. Erin Walter, I missed when these are launching. These are launching globally on the 4th, which is Monday. So these will be available everywhere, or available to order everywhere. Okay, and that's that one. The star is, hang on, 4 inches, largest, and then I'll do the rest for you just so you all know. Let me, oh goodness, I knew that was going to happen. Let me get that back in. So what do you think of this, of the Christmas release? Isn't it just lovely? Oh, for God's sake. Right, turn that around, which is what I was supposed to do in the first place, and now lift that up. I've got to put it back, because if I don't put it back, I'll struggle when I get to TV. There we go. In we go. Doesn't matter about that. I can shove that one in. There we are. Is there any more? Will Spellbinders also have the bundle? Yes, they will, Lisa Jenkins. Absolutely, yes, they will. That's those. Let me do it all for you. I'll do as much as I can. So Christmas, the largest die is 3.25 inches, and the actual word Christmas is 3 inches. The largest die is 2.75 inches, and the Merry is just over 2.5, just over 2.5. Of course, you can see these. Let me just give you an idea of the foliage. So they're about 2 inches, and these are about 2.5 inches. The birdies are cute. The birdies are 1 inch. I don't need to measure anything else really. And of course the stencils are 6 inches by 4, probably 4.5, 6 by 4.5. So that's all of those. I was noting down which ones I will go for. It works out I need them all. Honestly, Deborah, honestly, it's so nice. It is nice though, isn't it? One part of the bows would be great with the Spellbinders Minnie Mouse. They would be, Susan Blackburn. Lynn F, you do not, right. Sorry to tell you, you do not need a better press for any of these. You are absolutely fine with a die cutting machine. The 2026 launch has got some better press in it, but Christmas this year, we did the stencil instead of doing better press, just to see what the feedback was. I love this collection and I can't wait to get my hands on the florals. Emma Woods, are you adding to your Christmas release this year? Yes. Hang on. Just look at a blank space for a minute. I can talk to you still. Don't ask me when it's coming out. I don't know. I do not know. And Adam's going to tell me off for this, without a doubt. Oh my God, I'm climbing between cameras. Bear with me. Bear with me. My Christmas launch. This was a class I was doing, so that's like that. So all I'm showing you. So yes, we do have some dies for Christmas. They do not look anything like the Spellbinders dies. They will work with the Spellbinders dies, absolutely. And then you've got the lattice. Quickly, before I get in trouble. You've got the lattice in the background. Yeah. So, camera one. I will get bad trouble for that. Right, I'm going to hide them. Right, the plan was you were too far away. Is the better press worth it? Yes, it is. I've got no, I don't have a better press, my own better press, as in I haven't bought one out myself. I love it. I love it. And I'll use it in a minute, actually, to show you how I do my stamping with it. Yeah, I would definitely say better press is great. Now, okay, I love a poinsettia as well. And I love a poinsettia when you can make it look like a clematis as well. I do. What's my, sorry, my, look, what's going on here? Sorry, bear with. I've pulled my wire too far down and it's in my pocket and it's dragging. Basically, my trousers are falling down. I've been on my diet and my trousers are falling down and now the cable is dragging down and it's pulling my neck down. When are my new brushes available? My brushes will be available in September. That's where I'm leaving that one. Okay. Will you be doing any more classes with Sir Stamp-A-Lot? Right. Well, that's entirely up to Crafters Home Stores. So Crafters Home Stores are the ones that organise those events and I kind of rock up and demonstrate. So I think now that my distributor is Notions, it will be up to the Crafters Home Stores to purchase through Notions to buy their products and then ask me if I want to do a class. I'm definitely up for doing a class if they want me to do one, but I haven't been asked this year. I don't need any more poinsettias. I held off getting the better press for ages, but Lisa keeps it. Isn't it brilliant, Hayley Johnson? Thank you very much. It really is a good thing. Now, the time is 7:28. My plan was to do a demo tonight, but Have you all got 15 minutes? Do you want to see a demo? Non-Christmas. I think I was going to pick an old product and do a little demo doing some inks. If you don't want me to, that's fine. But I was going to do like a vintage kind of look background because we've got on the website until Sunday night. Let me put this up on the thingy. The QR code. If you go to stencils, the stencils category has got an additional 10% off whatever it is. So even if it's on a sale, it's still got another 10% off when you go to checkout. So the whole category has got a bonus 10% off. So I was going to do something with one of our older stencils, and I thought it'd be quite nice to do something with it. So have we got a Christmas magazine coming out? No, we don't. Hi Dawn, no worries at all. We can do demo for it anyway. Star Picard, yes for sure. Yes please, demo, yes please. We've got time. My lasagna needs 15 minutes. Right, Carol, got 15 minutes. Right, let's base it on your lasagna, shall we? Right, first thing first, it is a product, it is in stock. It is something that will retire. It will retire. However, there is plenty of it in stock at the moment. We're going to use the balloons background layering stencil. What I want to show you is some vintage tones, and I want to show you how I do my shadow effects and my blending with it. I think it's really important that because I love my pink, my yellow, my blue, don't I? I'm always using it. Doesn't it help you guys who like a purple or a brown or a blue or a whatever you might like? So we're picking colours tonight that I would never ever normally use, but it gives a really lovely vintage feel. So I'm going to use my stencil brushes, and everybody have been really cool and said my stencil brushes are great. They're brilliant. I cannot tell you. The new ones that are coming, people have been asking, are these ones, and these are our Pro Blend brushes. These are shorter and fatter. You get 4 in the same size. When you kind of squash the head, they're 1 inch in diameter. So these are for your areas when you do, say you bought the Spellbinders stencil, okay, and you want a really lovely dusting in the background. You don't want it as a heavy area. You want a light dusting. I'll use it. No, it isn't going to work with what I want to do tonight. But It's for when you want the light coverage. So if you're one of those who goes too heavy all the time, that's what you want. But they will be September, okay? Ow, I just dropped. Ow, it's my plates down there. Right, so let's get into this. Let's just do a little bit of blending, okay? So let me flick you to camera 4 and let's open this. Do you know what, Valerie? I did something. I'm covering Claire's live on Tuesday with a pre-record, and I did a pre-record on some pattern paper, and I picked these colours out, which I wouldn't normally pick out, which Claire would actually pick. And I thought I'm going to try and not like mimic Claire, but I'm going to do something similar to the colours Claire would use. Oh my goodness. I absolutely loved it. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to have to do this. I'm going to have to do this. Right. This piece of card, I'm just literally going to trim it down because I think I've told you before, I've got a batch of card that I keep onto here, which was cut wrong at the printers. And I said, no, let me have it because it's still super smooth and I still really like it. And I'm quite happy to have the cardstock. So I trim it down. I don't need too much. Let's go. Do you know, I'm going to go there. I'm actually going to trim a bit more. Sorry. I mean, this is only scrap, so I'm not wasting card, I promise. And actually, if I want to do a sentiment on those bits, I absolutely can. Anyhow, so let's keep that out. And honestly, Dorothy, there's so much to choose from, isn't there? It's so lovely. And you know, we've kind of been quiet with Christmas this year, and it's because we've been waiting for Spellbinders to come out, and it's really important that we kind of get things done in the right order. So yeah, I'm really pleased with that. Now, what I will do, let's turn this like so. This tacky mat is a new tacky mat. I've got it dirty already. I did a class for the Notions retailers the other day, and I used colour shift, and the colour shift stains your tacky mat, so just be aware of that. So this is very tacky. Now I'm going to be at an angle. I'm going to pop this like so, and we've got the 5 stencils, that's all. So stencil 1 to 5. This is the balloons I did. If you wanted the balloons, let me see, did I do you a QR? Yeah, I did your QR code for the balloons. You might want it, you might not, but just I could leave it there for 5 minutes. So if you want the balloons, grab them. Now these are divine. So we'll start with stencil 1 and we'll pop it over the pegs like so. Now if you wanted to, you could cut your card down a little bit more. I'm not going to. You're going to be surprised at the colours I'm coming out with in a minute. Painted eggshell, rhubarb jam, rum raisin, antique pink, burnt ochre, coral beach. We might use anthracite. I think we might be a bit heavy for what I'm doing tonight though. No, actually I think we'll leave anthracite tonight and we'll do anthracite next week. All right, look at these. So straight away, is this my colour palette? No, QQQ. Can you use the same stencil brush for your matte and your colour shift? No, I wouldn't. The reason I wouldn't is because you have got that shimmer in the colour shift. And what will happen is when you go to use that brush with your matte blending, you're going to transfer that shimmer to your matte blending. Okay, honestly, that's how I would do all your matte blending with one kind of brush. Then I would have a brush for your metallics and your interference. And because of the unique formulation of the colour shift, I would keep brushes separate for those. Right, so we're going to get a few brushes out. Let's go. I mean, these are dark brushes for me, aren't they? Look at these. And then, and let's see, where's that ochre? Let's see what we want to do for the ochre. I might get a new brush for the ochre. Okay, so I've got some stencil brushes, okay? No worries, Rob. See you next time. So the first thing I'm going to start with is I'm going to leave that out there so everything doesn't move. It's the Coral Beach. I've just fallen in love with this colour. I never realised how much I loved it until I started using it today. So these are the first layers of your balloons, and you'll see straight away you can get a really good coverage with the larger brush. And then we'll come down here. I'm not going to worry about that little bit there because I'm going to trim it down afterwards anyway. And you might notice I always come in from one side and kind of blend out. Always do that. Really important if you want to start getting a shade or a shadow. And I kind of do this on the same side each time, so it gives the appearance of light coming in. So darker on the left, lighter on the right as we do this. And you'll probably think, well, it's not got a lot of colour on the right on some of them, but wait till you see when we lift it off. And then we come down here and we just ink all the way round and then across. And just keep it light, light, light as you go across. So isn't this just a lovely colour? Yeah, you probably will, Kathy, need more brushes. I know it means having more brushes, but it genuinely is worth it because I did it. You'll see in the video tomorrow that I accidentally picked up a wrong brush, and I could tell straight away it didn't like what was on the brush when I popped it into my blending ink. It didn't like it. So just, yeah, I would switch your brushes up. So now, straight away, I'm going to just come over here and do those two bits. I mean, you don't have to worry about these ones because they'll end up getting chopped off anyway. So that is your Coral Beach. Beautiful. Now we're going to leave that on, okay? And you probably, if you know me by now, you might know what I'm going to do. So I'm going to bring in the grey. And then we're going to do some blending. Isn't it just lovely colour? It's a delight. I mean, some of the colours that I don't pick up, I should pick up more. Now, I had ink in there already. Let me bring a little piece of card in. You can tell what I was playing with, can't you, earlier? And I take off quite a lot of the excess. If you see me dabbing, that's what it is. Okay. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Or you can dab onto your mat here. And then we're going to come in lightly, just on that side edge. Just that one side and leave it. On this side, on the dark side, that's all you need to do it. On that dark side, leave it. I think you can see it already, can't you? On the dark side. And that's Dolphin Grey. You can use your cobblestones as well if you've got cobblestones. Equally as good. Right, come over here. And actually this is a big brush, so I'm just going to be aware of this one here. There we go. Down here. And then let me just turn this around so I don't, I'm going to turn it back in a minute, but I just don't want to end up with all my hands everywhere. And then we'll come over here because you know what will happen, it will get too much ink everywhere. And then we'll come across here like that. I don't really need to do these ones, but I will do them. Okay. Does look vintage already, doesn't it? Honestly, Lisa Jenkins, please try it. At the end of the day, it's a piece of paper. Can we have an offer on brushes sometimes? Rose, is such a tight margin on the brushes. It's such a tight margin. Hang on, let me lift that up now. Look at that already. Look at that. Isn't that bonkers good? So stencil 2, let's change up the colour. I'll always see what I can do though, Rose. It's so hard to do it. It really is. Right, so let's bring in the next brush and we'll bring in the a blue. No, that's not what I want at all. Is it? Where's my blue one gone? I had a nice blue brush. There it is. There it is. There it is. So bring this one in. Now again, dab off. Let's do this again. You'll see. Looks heavy. So what we do is we find a spot and then we start doing our blending and see what happens. And actually, it wasn't heavy. So we'll keep going. And as I say, remember, dark one side, light the other. And don't worry about, you know, how dark and how light. It really doesn't matter. And then here. So you want to keep it kind of same on each one. So you do one side first, and then you spread out across to the other side. So there's not a lot of ink there, but there's more ink that side. And we'll do all of them. And I keep using that as a palette. We'll do over here. So you probably notice as I do this, I come off the page first. So I don't go straight into the kind of into the aperture. I just go off the page a little bit. Wait till you see the result of these. They're going to look incredible. Then we come down here, pick up some out of the lid, just along here. So we'll have lots of different kind of colours of blue almost. See that? Can you see how it looks very, it looks quite natural. Looks quite natural. And then we'll come up here. Actually, let's see. Let's just go all over that, and then I'll come back in with some more ink. Just around that edge. Just here. So this is stencil 2. Now, obviously, I'm not being quick, but you can just take your time with this. Don't rush this. It's only 5 stencils. It's only 5. Now, I can see I've been a bit heavy there. It doesn't really matter because there'll be a balloon in front of it. So it will still look like there's shading. But that's me because I went straight in. I didn't come off the edge enough. But it's okay. And then down here, again, just like so. And down here, grab that one as well, just in the corner. And again, I'm not stressing where the ink goes on the ones around the edge. That one needs a little bit more. That has got a little bit of a dark bit there, but it'll be okay. You wait and see. And then that was painted eggshell. Look at that. And I haven't put the blending bit on it yet. So we'll come back with that grey and we'll do the same thing. Just a little bit on the edges. That lasagna will be ready in a minute. And then we'll come around just on that edge. Be lovely. Oh, that's good. Oh, careful. Now, excellent display of why you do it in between. Because that can happen. And that would have been on my card. Bit down here. I can now grab that ink from there. And around here. But of course you can go back and do it in your lid if you prefer. Then I can just drag that colour out there. Drag a bit more from over here. That lid. This will make such a difference. Such a difference. And then lift that one up. I've left that one there. I'm not really, actually, should I do it? Let me just colour that one in. Have I got blue on there? Probably not enough. But it will take the white away from it. And I'll put a little bit down there. That'll be fine. Look at those babies. And then they're looking great, aren't they? They look like they're, they do look like they're floating. And then this one is stencil 3. So let's come in with antique pink. Got a bit of grubby hands, that's fine. And then we'll bring our brush in. This is a delight as well. Just a gorgeous colour. And then straight over here. And then over here, just down and around. Keep going, just keep not worrying about, you know, the light and the dark too much, but just make sure there is a difference. And actually, it really doesn't matter if it is random and it is not always on the same side. It genuinely, it doesn't matter. That's just me. And I'm going to bring that in, a bit down here. You see, I keep reapplying, but I'd rather less is more and build it up. And here, down here, like this one has got more balloons on it. Okay, I can't see comments for a minute. See, I can't. They've talked about doing painted eggshell and dolphin grey for a balloon. Honestly, it's genuinely, it looks so good. There we are, is that one. Almost done. I've got a grubby finger now, but it'll be fine. Just down here. I said I wouldn't be 5 minutes really, didn't I? But I am. It's okay. Love Island doesn't start till 9. There we go. And then just grab this one up here. It's because I did so much talking earlier, isn't it? And then I'm just going to turn that so it makes it easier for me. Not for you, but sorry. Just turn that like that angle. Otherwise I'll end up with my head right in the camera. Just colour that. Now I'm not going to lift that off. I'm just going to come in with the grey again. I might not have enough to do the rhubarb jam. I'm going to, don't know if I've got enough. Let me see. I'm not changing the colour of my shadow though, because that would be a silly thing to do. So I've got a smaller brush. I say that because sometimes it makes it a little bit easier to get in the gaps. Oh, it's still heavy, so just wipe it off. Yeah, that's better for me. The brush is better. There we go. Pick that up here. Just along this side. Turn that over. And then over here. You can see that's looking good already. I haven't got long to go. It comes together super quick. That one's darker. It's fine. Don't worry about that. Some of them be darker than others. That one here. Such a beautiful birthday. Oh, thank you, Fedugina. That is so sweet. And thank you, Lisa Jenkins. That's very kind. I love what I do. Do you know what I mean? I love ink. I love stencils. I just feel there's such a cost-effective product that lasts you for a long time and you get such good results, you know? And you can see how matte and chalky these are now. Look at this, it's going to be great. This is a good one. Oh my days. Oh my days. And then you have all of your tops now, or your bottoms. So actually I might use, do I use rum and raisin or rhubarb jam? Let's go rum and raisin. I do like rum and raisin as well. So let's just fill in all of our... Now, I've picked up a wrong brush. I can hear it and I can feel it. I think this brush has had an interference on it. So yes, definitely separate your brushes. You'll know, when you pick your brush up and you start using it, and you'll feel it. You will absolutely feel it. And then that one down there, around here. And I'll trim it for you afterwards, and I'll hold it on some black card and wait till you see how it looks. These balloons are just wonderful. Oh, I missed one there. Oh, missed that completely. Crazy good, crazy good. And then we'll stick with that. And oh, now I can, can I do that? Let's do burnt ochre, right? Because now this is your bottom of your balloons. Let me get my other brush. Bottom of my balloons. And then just along here. You know it's got the hole at the bottom of your balloon where you blow to blow it up. That's what this bit is. And then, so my lining up might not be the best, but obviously you can take more time when you're at home. I think I've covered those. Okay. Move that one off. Oh, look at that. I mean, come on. What's that? I have this stencil, but now I watch the demo. I want to use them again. Oh, this is so good. This is so good that you want to use. And this is the whole thing. You just have to remember to get your stash out. So let me get the trimmer. Oh, good night, Carol. Carol G. Let me bring that in now. Sorry, my head might come in. Apologies. Right. So now, all we do, we trim this down. You can now, if you've got your Spellbinders dies, your Christmas ones, who cares if it's Christmas? You can still use this to cut them out. And then, let me just show you that. Damn, is that good or is that good? That is without having an embossing folder. Hello. And then what you would do is you take a black card. I need to get a whole piece to do this. And then I would, black again is your friend. Let's turn this around. Actually, look, oh no, look. I know what I'll do. So the card I made on Tuesday, I had spare card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim this. Let me get a pencil. Pen. Let me go about there. Trim that off. I'll do this way. Here we are. Always mark on the back, because if you mark wrong, you're in trouble if you've marked on the front. And then bring that over. Here is your, let me move this out of the way so it's not in camera. And now, oh, wow. Look at that as a card. Oh my goodness. Turn that over. Let's just use our tape runner down here. Now you could obviously put this on foam pads. Open that. Pop that like so. Look at those colours. What do you think to the colours? Tell me what you think. Do you like them or not? They're just not me normally. Look at that. I won't bother to put a sentiment on it, but I could do, you know, you could, oh, it's just going to look great, isn't it? It's so good. And that was using, let me bring them in. I kind of did get to most of them, didn't I? Not too bad. Not too bad. Looking at the comments. Let me come back. Right. Wow. Rose is busy making notes. I can try when I have time. So wonderful. You said earlier you were going to talk about the retreat. Yes, the retreat. I think we've got 20 spots left. That's all. The hydration station, everything's paid for now. Everything is paid for. Everything is good to go. We're now working on what people are going to do for the demos. We've got the shop area organised. We're going to be bringing a big shop for you as well. You can pay on, so basically if you've got an account with us, and you're coming to the retreat, which you probably have got an account because you paid for the retreat, you can pay on the website. So you pick what you want. Danny will sort it all out, put your card details in, and then you can pay that way. You can pay by PayPal. There's loads of ways to pay, but you can still shop freely. If there's something you want us to bring, make sure you let us know in advance, and we'll make sure we've got everything. I mean, everything we're demoing with, we'll have there anyway. And there will be some sneaky new products there as well. Tracy Costello, thank you for demoing. You're very welcome. Oh, you sweetheart, thank you. Hello, Scrap Mania. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Are you going to emboss it? I'm not going to emboss it because it's getting late, but you can tell what it's going to look like if you emboss that, can't you? Lisa Jenkins, there you go. Honestly, it is easy. So just make sure you put your colour down. Let me just come back again very quickly. So make sure you do one colour and then you just take your grey. Now, if you don't have a grey, use a purple. Trust me, if you don't use a grey, use a purple and you will get just as good results. It will be warmer, but it will look beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, you like the colours? Yay. You do like it. Thank you so much. Yes, you could put proof stamp on there very easily. Snuffy Snoo, gorgeous card. Wonderful colours, makes it pop. It does. Painted eggshell is such a good colour. Sorry, Lisa, I need to go. No, that's fine, Hayley. I'm running very late tonight. But yeah, so retreat, not many spaces left. If you know anybody, let them know because I think we're up to, is it 80 now? 80. And I don't mind if nobody else comes in the nicest possible way. I want to be able to give you plenty of time, plenty of my time, and we all feel the same. We just want to make sure you get the best experience. So Dan Bancroft is now coming along, so that he'll be there as well. So it's all going to be, sorry about the noise, really, really good fun. So yeah, Spellbinders Monday. There is the dies, all these dies. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dies and a stencil. So these are all going to be launched Monday globally. They'll be at all your local retailers. They will be, or be able to order from your local retailers, whether you be in Scotland, America, Australia, wherever you may be, you can get them. I launch at the same time, but I'm on TV 1, 3 and 5 on Monday. I don't know who I'm with. I know Wheeler's in that day, so it's me and Wheeler on Monday, which is a really nice thing to be. I haven't seen her for ages. So yeah, I think that's it, everyone. Just going to do the winners. It's 8 o'clock and I need to go and eat. So has Danny done the winners? He has, bless his heart. Right, so the winners for liking and sharing tonight, thank you so much, is Otter Lady. So Otter Lady and Lynette Flagler. If you two could put a message in, put a message in the group, okay? And we will make sure a prize comes out to you. But tag Danny in it so he knows who you are. Just say, I've won a prize. Can you send me a prize out? And he will do that for you. So have a great weekend, everybody. I will see you Tuesday. Pre-record, but there will be a live at 2 p.m. on Tuesday to cover Claire not being here this week. And yeah, but I'll see you Monday first of all for TV, and then Monday night will be Cheryl live, and then Tuesday it'll be me. So have a good one, and I will see you next week. Take care. Bye. Bye.